What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the AFC East Roundtable. This episode is being brought to you by none other than our official Friday night sponsor, Mojo Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about that a little more as we go along. But tonight is a fun night. This is an open panel conversation night for our Patreon members. And if we have time, we may bring some other people on. But if you are a Patreon member, this is your time to go to the Patreon, click the link, and we're going to have a panel conversation about all of our teams. If you're a Dolphin fan, if you're a Bills fan, if you're a Patriots fan, if you're a Jets fan, this is the moment. Go to the Patreon right now, click on the link, and go ahead and come in backstage. We're going to let y'all come in. I'm going to give y'all about 5 minutes to come in the building. And if we don't have enough Patreon members, we may let on a few selective random people in the chat. Just depend on the Patreon members. So salute to all the Patreon members who give their time and effort every single month with a contribution to the channel, helping us grow, do bigger and better things. Greatly appreciated. Thank y'all so much. But before we even dive in, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We want to have a good conversation, a good dialogue. We ain't got to fight each other. Let's have a real AFC East conversation tonight. Where y'all at, man? Make sure you go to the Patreon and click on the link now, all right? Also, if you want to join the Patreon, the link is in the description of the video. I'm also going to post the link at the top of the chat as well. Let me put that up there real quick just in case you want to join the Patreon. And tonight, regardless of whatever membership you join, you will be able to come on and join into this conversation, all right? So the time is now. Go ahead and click on the link in the Patreon, and then you can go ahead and come in. When is 2050? A long time from now, all right? Pats winning the Super Bowl. The Pats? The Packers or the Pats? Are you talking about the Patriots? Come on, man. Y'all don't come in here with the delusion. Don't come in here with that delusion, all right? Everybody and their mama know the Patriots ain't winning no Super Bowl this year. All right? Let's keep it a buck. All right? Hey, hit that like button, man. TD, the real leader of the channel, fins up. Ha ha. What's up, Josh Hart? I'm glad you're up in here, man. Glad y'all up in here. We're going to wait for a few more people to come in, and we'll go ahead and get started. But y'all punch the like button on your way in. We're over 100 now, so that's a good sign. When is the Pats winning the Super Bowl? 2050? Pretty much. Let me grab me a water with all this delusion out here. Okay. I can't believe somebody let that come out their mouth. The Patriots going to win a Super Bowl this year. Oh, my gosh. Despicable. Oh, boy. All right, let me tighten up over here for y'all. What's up, humble Bills fan? What's going on, man? We winning the Super Bowl. Listen, everybody knows the Buffalo Bills are the favorite to win the Super Bowl. It's just really a matter of, are they going to be able to survive and get through that gauntlet of the playoffs? That's what it's going to come down to. Finn's going to win the East. Let's go! Super Bowl champs. Oh, man. Finn. Oh, this is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. That's what's up, man. Fit ready. TD, you got your Super Bowl. No, we ain't get our Super Bowl. Our Super Bowl is going to be in February. Y'all will see. Bills and Dolphins have better chance at winning it over the Patriots. No lie. Chubb was a solid pickup for the Dolphins. Dolphins, hater. Chiefs fans want the Fins to win the East because they scared of Buffalo. You might have a point there. You might have a point. You might actually have a point. Y'all hit the like button so we can get started, all right? We're about to get started. Again, this stream is being brought to you by Mojo Sports. If you're a Patreon member, make sure you hit the link and come on in and have a conversation. If you're not a Patreon member, we might be dropping the link, but I don't know. But if you're a Patreon member, you get first dibs, all right? All right? King Allen, I see you backstage. I'm going to come to you in a little bit. But before we do, all right, we got 117 people watching. I need y'all to help us out real quick, okay? First and foremost, let's take care of business, okay? We've been telling y'all about Mojo Sports every single week. We've been telling y'all this is the player stock market where you can invest in the long term, the short term of players. We always think in terms of, stock going up or stock going down, but you could also short a stock and bet on it to go down as well. But this is what I want everybody to do, all right? Even if you're not in New Jersey, because you cannot invest in a player unless you're in New Jersey. You cannot invest in a player unless you're in New Jersey. But it does not mean that you aren't able to download the app. So if you want to support the channel, a lot of people, I wish I had money to donate, but I can't. It's okay. Hit the like button, subscribe, and help us out. All right. If you want to support the channel, take your cell phone, now your smartphone, put your camera on the QR code, click on the link that it provides, and download Mojo Sports. Even if you can't invest, you can only invest in the app and put money in it if you're in Jersey. That's it. But if you're not in Jersey, you can't put money in. You can't do anything but look at the values of the players. So I'm urging everyone and calling for everybody to point their camera to the QR code and at least download the app. You don't have to commit to any money. You don't have to do any of those things. It is simply downloading the app. Okay? That's all you have to do. Not asking you to make any deposit or anything. Just download the app and use this QR code or the link in the description of the video. And it goes a long way for the channel because Mojo Sports is an official sponsor that helps us be allowed to be here on Wednesday and Friday nights to do what we're doing so we can return our love and support by at least supporting the brand and download the app. Let me know in the comment section now if you're down for that and you want to support this channel by downloading Mojo Sports. Let me know in the comment section now. While we wait, Jimmy Casket said, where are my window lickers at? Jimmy Casket, I saw you backstage and then you disappeared. Why you running, bro? Don't run. Don't run. Let's go. Don't run. Let's go. I got you, TD. I'll scan it after. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. So everybody who can scan the QR code and download the app, it'll be greatly appreciated. And we thank y'all for supporting this channel by doing so, okay? All right, we're going to come back to that later as well because we want to get as many people signed up as possible. Every day we get a list showing us how many people signed up. And a lot of people have been signing up for the app, but we know we have tons of people that aren't. So definitely help us out, all right? All right, so first and foremost, what's up, King Allen?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's up?
At work, I have my Bluetooth headphones in. Not much. I saw the link pop up before the live, so I didn't even know you guys were really going live today.
But, yeah, man. We go live we go live on Wednesday nights and Friday nights. And we're also going to start going live
at every one of your lives.
We're also going to start going live on the pre-games of the stream of Sunday pre-game shows.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So let everybody know what team you represent.
I was going to mention that. You should do something like that.
Yeah, what team do you represent? Unfortunately. So let me ask you a question if you don't mind. Yeah, bro, you got an echo. You got a really bad echo.
Go ahead.
You have a really bad echo.
1 second.
Better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah, I had to take my Bluetooth headphones out.
All right, I appreciate it, man. All right, so my question to you is do you think can stand in the way of the Buffalo Bills making the actual Super Bowl this year?
The Chiefs.
What teams are your biggest threats?
I would say the Chiefs, and depending on which team shows up, the Bengals.
So so Miami gets no respect.
You guys haven't proven that you could win the playoffs, so
But we
I think you guys
beat y'all.
get there. I think you can get there. I definitely think you guys will be there, but you haven't had the playoff pressure. That's something the Bills have had.
Yeah, but y'all ain't handled it.
I mean, Josh has 3 playoff wins and 1 freaking coin flip away, and we probably would have went to the Super Bowl.
It lost. I mean, what is it all for anyway?
It's true.
So you mean to tell me the Kansas City Chiefs are your only threat to winning a Super Bowl?
I don't see a team in the NFC. The Eagles have a weak-ass schedule. It's the only reason they're undefeated.
Wow, I can't believe I'm hearing this. So Buffalo is basically favored to really, like, Buffalo fans really feel that this is the year they're going to win a Super Bowl.
I feel like it's our best chance. Everybody has said that. This is the year. If it ain't it, it's going to be hard to say doing it next year. You know, cap hits and everything.
That's crazy to me. Yeah, it's going to be very hard. That's why y'all window is closing this year. I just feel like y'all, I mean, it's the same old. Y'all have that one game where you just get toasted and it just doesn't work, even if it's a shootout.
Well, hopefully that don't happen this year. And it's what we all hope for. I mean, everybody's rooting for their team.
On the run,
I mean,
what you
guys
think
are
about
over there signing a player who, you signed Bradley Chubb to basically a Von Miller deal, and well, he ain't Von Miller.
Well, Von Miller ain't him.
Right?
He's better than Von Miller.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you both.
Yeah, that's something on your side, King Allen. Maybe go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on. He gonna have to go out and come back in. Hey,
what's
y'all.
What's going on, TD?
I'm good, man. I'm dropping the link for the AFC East Roundtable in the open chat for anyone to come in. I gave Patreon members the first dibs at it. They didn't show up, so anyone can come into the stream. I'm dropping the link right now in the comment section. Get in here. Let's talk. All y'all be having all that stuff to say. Y'all be having all that stuff to say out your mouth in the comment section. Now you got a free chance to come in here and really talk about it. Let's go. Let's do it, man. So on the run, who do you think is standing Buffalo's way this year?
It's definitely us. It's absolutely us. There's no question about it. And I think that these next few weeks are really going to show that, especially with the rest of the, us sitting behind the Jets third place. It's not really representative of I think where we're realistically placed in our division. And even I don't want to. I almost feel a bit more comfortable about the Buffalo game, going to Buffalo. I'm interested. It's going to be a good game, but I understand everyone's hesitation, like from the same expectations that we have. When I say everyone's opinion, like the last guy who just said that the Dolphins aren't really going to challenge them yet. I think it's going to go back to consistency. We're going to have to play at this level for a good little bit before people really start to get on board.
So let me ask you, how far are we going to go?
It's tough to say, man.
How far are we going to go?
It's tough to say, man. Tua stays healthy the rest of the season. Does Byron come back? There's questions, bro.
No, Byron ain't coming back. We know Byron ain't coming back.
Miller Hendricks, what team you representing?
The Dolphins.
That's what's up, man. I don't never see your face on the stream.
Hey, man, I try when I can. Man. It's a busy world out here.
That's what's up. Brandon, what team you representing?
Well, do the Ravens count this?
Huh?
Ravens.
The Ravens. That ain't even
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. So y'all think Hey, y'all just lost a receiver. Y'all in trouble.
Man, we ain't in trouble. We're good because we got that boy Likely. He's gonna ball out. And
Oh my
we got that boy
gosh.
Duvernay. Duvernay's
He's
a
been
do it all
balling.
type
Hey,
of
I got
guy.
Duvernay in my fantasy. Duvernay's been killing it.
I never liked them Texas receivers though. You never know. You know what I mean? They're so hit and miss.
And we got our defense that's it's coming back healthy. Ojabo, Bowser, and we traded for Roquan Smith, which that's gonna help because nobody ain't gonna be passing in that middle of the field. So I don't expect teams to be scoring on that defense. So that's gonna help the offense real nice.
Oh my gosh. Potato Sucks. What's up, man?
Yo,
Hey, what team you represent?
Dolphins.
All right. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. King
Bills
Allen,
still-
are you back?
Yeah. Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
back.
Carnell, what you got on this, man?
What's going on? Listen, I wasn't here for the for everything that was going on. I just clicked in. I was saying what's going on there, everybody. But I'm representing Miami all day. We in Wynwood right now with it. If y'all know
Mhm.
Miami, we in Wynwood with it.
Oh Lord. Hey, you
All right.
just make sure we don't see nothing on camera.
No, we ain't doing nothing crazy in Wynwood now. Come on.
Nah, I'm messing with you, bro.
Hey, but I wanted to talk about Chris Grill. A lot of people were saying they want to fire Chris Grill. Oh, fire the coach, fire everybody before Chris Grill started doing all of this. What he been doing? See, me and TD been on the same track about Trey and Tunsil. We love Tunsil, but we wanted to trade Tunsil to get picks. Get picks for us to make our team to what it is right now. We all do this in Madden all the time, right? We make sure we get all our draft picks and then we get the players we really want. Because draft picks don't always pan out.
Master.
So I love what he's been doing, and I need somebody to give this man some credit. And I say 3 years. I think I give him 3 years,
So
not just 1 year.
can we beat
Yeah.
Buffalo now?
Yeah, easy.
We already
Easy.
did. We already did.
We did.
I'd love to see
But we
Josh
gotta
Allen
see
run
it.
in the
I
middle of the
gotta
field
see.
against Bradley Chubb.
I gotta see the Bills with all their defensive players. Most of their
Right.
defensive players. I want to see the best of the best. Not half. I want to see them at their best. Because they've been seeing us not all the way at our best, but really at our best at our offense. But we ain't been doing that much, to be honest. But now, hey, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Tua. I'm loving what I'm seeing. He's reading the field, y'all.
Is he?
He's stopping, he's reading. He's not just throwing it the first player, the
Yeah.
second player. This last game,
Listen,
he didn't leave that much meat on the bone, y'all. Can anybody agree with
listen,
that?
TD,
All right.
what I've been saying
listen.
since the beginning.
Huh?
What I've been saying since the beginning. I said from the jump during preseason, Tua was going to finish top 5 in statistics. He's well
Oh
on.
my Lord Jesus.
Hang
He's
on,
well on his
guys.
way right
Hang
now.
on, guys. I mean,
So listen, I gotta play the devil's advocate on here only because
I was about to.
Bills fans, Jets fans, and Patriots
I was
fans
about
on
to.
here.
Yeah.
So I gotta play the devil's advocate, and I just actually got through arguing with somebody about this. Here's what I don't understand. So Tua's 6 games in. He ain't had the 8 games. He's
Not
6 games.
just 6.
6-0.
He's 5-1, but he's 6 games in. Okay. Here's what I don't understand. Like, do we realize 4 of those games statistically he wasn't good, and 2 of them he was like off the charts? Like,
Well,
do y'all realize he's on pace for having 4 good games, and the other freaking 8 or 9 are below what he needs to be?
So
Is that
chemistry takes a while to build. It's not just immediate. So you're not going to see the immediate impact. We're finally seeing what coming together as a team and the chemistry they're building. Because you were looking at Tua, if you want to compare the games, the prior season, Tua was out here throwing the pre-passes trying to make it to where, Tyreek was, and they were just little off, little there, little this. And now it's like Tyreek don't even need to be like set. He'll jump up 40 inches, sky ball over two people and still come down with that. You know what I mean?
Let me-
That's our problem.
TD,
I'm sorry.
but
That's our
hold on. Exactly, but
problem.
but
That
are
is
we
a
not
problem.
realizing that that's actually an issue? Those are not good throws. Those are throws that Tyreek has to make up for.
Let me get in there.
But then you watch, what do you see when you see Tyreek? I mean, not Tyreek. What do you see when you see Jalen Waddle streaking down
The same
path,
thing.
and it raindrops right into his hand in stride?
But how
In
often is that you see
Very
those
often.
rainbows? No, you don't.
No, twice. I seen it twice.
You gotta look at
I seen it
the
twice.
difference. He just now got Tyreek Hill, the greatest receiver ever. Okay, we
Yeah,
can say
yeah,
All year. All
he's
yeah.
been
year.
throwing to Jalen Waddle
2
for how many
touchdowns.
years? He's
2
been throwing
years,
to Jalen Waddle how
year
many
and a
years?
half, year and a half.
I mean, let's go collegiate. You know what I mean? He's
Oh
been
yeah,
actually
yeah. You're right.
life for so long. That is chemistry upon
Yeah.
chemistry built.
Right.
He don't even. I guarantee you, they could finish each other's sentences if they really wanted to. You know what I
It's
mean?
not that
So
serious.
listen, check it out. Tua again has a Alabama squad to throw to. The amount of open, and I very much enjoy how much we take advantage of what the defense gives us. Tua does that in the zone all day. Tua's gonna eat. It's just so easy. And then especially against the teams that we've been playing against now are Waddle and Tyreek. They just can't keep up. It's almost too easy.
And when they go bump to
But
bump,
the point is when we go against the 49ers, when we go against the Bills, that's when they need to repeat that. Those are the teams that they need to do that against. So I mean, like, yeah, we could. It's good to be fans. It's a good time to be a Dolphin fan for sure.
for
We
sure.
get hyped Tua up. But
Thank God.
let's do it against some real
I'm
playoff
just
teams.
see
All
for
right.
me. I'm just waiting till we play Buffalo when
Yeah.
and hopefully they're full strength, and then see how we do.
I'm excited to see
You
our
gotta hope Tua
defense
stays
against them now,
healthy.
man.
I'm
Listen,
tired.
no
bro.
one.
I'm
I'm
about to be
surprised in
tired.
all of this. Melvin Ingram has been, I think, really productive, and he's kind of been quiet the last couple games.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm hoping him. No one's really talked about him. Him and Jalen Phillips. They both take off more than they start producing more than they have.
Oh, I mean, you got Bradley Chubb coming up the middle. Are you kidding me? That's going to open up so much more on the outside. The scheme, the way they block, the reason Melvin Ingram, the reason Jalen Phillips hasn't been getting the looks that he deserves is because they're scheming against him outside in. We don't have the pass rush interior. We just got one of the best linebackers. And you're telling me when we play the Buffalo Bills, where Josh Allen routinely runs up the middle and just like dominates. I'd love to see Bradley Chubb meet him. That's my Super Bowl right there. And we don't even got to win the game.
Win
I
that
just
game.
know that we're built for it. We're built for this game. We're finally built to win. And after 20 years, I can say that as a fan.
Well, I hope so, man. Because if we don't, it's gonna be a slap in the face. It's gonna be like we worked all the way up just to be put in our place. Because I mean, I've put it like this: the Dolphins have, in my heart, they have taken away all of the immediate satisfaction. I never can get excited anymore about a short-lived situation.
Because that's all
I
we
just
have.
can't. It's not in me anymore. Like right now, I'm looking at the Dolphins and I'm just sitting here like, okay, let me see you in January and then I'll care. Because it's just like the Cowboys, actually. What has that franchise done for the last 20 years? Win enough games just to slap you in your face.
I will say there's a difference though, because Jerry Jones is not our owner. You know, Jerry Jones will invest. He proven that. It might not be the best investments, but he'll actually go out there and go crazy.
Then that's worse for us. That's worse for us then.
I mean, we did that with Ndamukong Suh, and that was the last time we've ever had like a real big franchise name come paid like that. And now we got Tyreek Hill though, and Bradley Chubb on a first-year head coach. When Tua needs to get re-signed on his fifth-year option, which I don't think he's going to. He's either going to have to get re-signed the end of this year, or
And
hopefully.
Armstrong.
What
But hey,
was
can I
that?
throw this out there? With this trade, do this really give us 12 games? 12 games. With this trade, it's giving us the playoffs. It should give us the playoffs. We should hit 12 games. I was giving us 10 games. I was giving us 10 to 11. This gotta give us 12
So
games.
so this is what
This
you're
year
saying.
12.
This is what
Do you agree
hold
or
on.
disagree? What y'all think?
This is what you're saying when you say 12 games in Miami, all right? And by the way, guys, if you're not talking, go ahead and mute because some of y'all got background noise. All right. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's you, Carnell. It's pretty loud. But listen, let me answer your question, Carnell. When you say 12 games and we've won 5, right? And there's only 9 games left. What you're basically saying is we're going 7-2. That's what you're saying, that we're going 7-2. So
I mean, realistically, looking at our schedule, who do you think we lose to with all the acquisitions?
Niners and Bills.
I don't know who we lose to, but here's who we could lose to. You could lose to San Francisco. You could lose to Buffalo.
I do not see us losing to San Francisco.
Yeah,
I mean, they're playing the same old
definitely
boat. They've been playing, man.
bro, we'll probably say we don't see us losing to any team.
No,
Okay?
I could see us losing the Buffalo game. As a fan, I admit that game is a toss-up, even though we were built to win it. But the San Francisco game, the offensive scheme that they're running is still last year. Now they just picked up Christian McCaffrey. I mean, truth be told, our head coach was their coach. You know what I mean? He was calling plays.
Okay, and what about their defense?
And their defense has regressed.
Let me see. Oh, boy.
I mean, you got to admit that their defense.
It'll be a good game.
They're all injured.
I definitely feel like they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna come out on top, but
Who's that?
49ers.
I mean, it'll be a good game, I guess.
I don't think they'll come out on top, but at the same token, all I'm saying to y'all is these are games that we could lose.
Yeah.
Y'all have to understand our defense has been exposed time and time again. Everybody talks about the Lions game, how we shut them down in the second half, and I keep trying to explain to y'all we did not shut them down. They scored at will. They only had 3 possessions in the second half. The first possession.
Talk about the Lions game?
Hold on. The first possession, there was a 1st and 30. The second possession, there was a 2nd and 20, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the last drive, we stopped them, but we already knew they had to throw the ball. You know, so and remember, they were making boneheaded penalties. They weren't penalties where we forced false start, illegal shift, ineligible man downfield. And one of them was a huge play that got called back. Our defense needs to get their act together if we're going to have a chance in all of these games. So I don't sit here and make it seem like we're going to definitely go 7-2 the rest of the way. But you said 12 wins, but remember, we don't need 12 wins. 11 will get you in. 10, you got to rely on other teams to lose certain games.
The way the other divisions are playing, though, 10 should get you in.
Well, that depends. It still depends because it depends on who wins the Baltimore Bengals division. Because if the Bengals win, if the Baltimore wins that division, 10 against the Bengals won't get you in because the Bengals own the tiebreaker.
Listen, I really don't want to see us.
AFC West is trash.
I don't want to see us win 10 games.
I don't think they're getting all but the Chiefs in the way they're playing, and the South is fucking awful.
I really think 3 AFC East teams make it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I could really see 3 AFC.
So y'all got the Jets making the playoffs, man? Come on, man.
Possibly is that the
I'm
Jets
not
get
saying
in
I
as
have
the
them
7th
making
seed.
the playoffs as a. I'm talking like, you know how the Patriots made the playoffs last year, just like skated in at the last second. I could see the Jets doing that.
No.
I'm not saying we're going to see anything real from them, but I do love them better than the Patriots.
I think them and the Patriots are going to fall hard.
This is what y'all telling me. So y'all feel like the Chargers ain't gonna make the playoffs?
No,
I honestly think the Chargers are we're about to see another head coaching fire, and we might see a Joe Herbert trade.
Oh my
I don't see a
gosh!
Joe
man.
Herbert
Come
trade.
on, bro.
That's
I didn't say all that. I said they're not making the playoffs.
Man. Like, that's what
Maybe
they'll
probably be going for a wild card. I bet.
Man, there's no way. I mean, what do they have?
The Chargers.
Is Mike Wallace, not Mike Wallace, but is
Mike Williams? You mean
Williams? Yes. Is Mike Williams healthy? Is he actually playing now?
No, he's still out a couple weeks.
Yeah,
And Keenan Allen, he hasn't been in since week 1.
And
Their
I don't
whole
know.
offense was relied on Eckler.
Let me say this. Let me say this about the Chargers real quick. I gotta pump the brakes. They're 4-3 right now, right? First of all, they have a winning record. They only have one bad loss on their resume. They lost to the freaking. Hold on. Let me get this to y'all. They lost to the Chiefs by 3 points. We can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
They lost
the Chiefs anymore, though. That doesn't hold the same weight. Come on.
What do you mean the Chiefs aren't the Chiefs anymore?
They're the
What?
second-best team in the conference now. Let's not get ahead of
top
ourselves.
tier.
Patrick Mahomes got
They're
20
top tier,
touchdowns.
bro.
20 touchdowns.
Anyway, man, let me go back to this point, man. I can't believe I heard that. But listen, they lost to the Chiefs. That's respectable, okay? You don't shun a team for losing to the Chiefs, and you only lost by 3 points. Number 2, you lost to the Seattle Seahawks. Look how good they've been playing.
Now that's
Is it the Seahawks are playing good or they're just playing bad teams, though?
Listen.
Hold on. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the Seahawks team.
That's the real deal.
Let's take a look.
Beat them by 28.
The Seahawks did their job and beat the Broncos. The Seahawks lost to the 49ers, which is a good team. The Seahawks lost to the Falcons. That ain't good, in my opinion. Now, they beat the Lions, and they put up 48 points doing it. Dang, the Lions is trash.
We barely beat them.
They lost.
They have the worst defense in the league.
They lost to the Saints. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Cardinals, and they beat the Giants. Their schedule wasn't a rip off either. They got some quality wins in there.
Do not tell me the Giants is a quality win. Please do not say that.
No, I'm just saying.
I just look at the NFC is just really down this year too, though.
But here's my point. The Chargers, we sit here and talk about they're not going to make. We're sitting here and talk about they're not going to make the playoffs, but truth be told, they're in it just as much as anybody else.
Take it easy. Did you follow me? Yeah.
I don't get this notion how we automatically discount people. We're also trying to say what the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs.
I really don't
think the Bengals team shows up.
I don't think.
Well, remember
right now.
Remember, the next 2 weeks they have easy opponents, but they still got to win those games because last week was the easy opponent and they lost. But then they got a bye week and then they get chased back for the hard part of their schedule.
Isn't I thought he's out 4 to 6.
Chase is going to grow back a lot faster, like they're saying.
Exactly. That'll be 4 weeks.
He's going to come back playing injured and just re-injure himself and further hurt his career. If they cared about Jamar Chase, they would sit him the whole year the way we did.
Yeah, they're not going to worry about that. They're
trying to win now. They're going to force it.
Like if you would have forced Jalen Waddle to actually come back from an injury like that, I don't think Jalen Waddle would be Jalen Waddle. I'd be worried about that. And you're going to bring back Jamar Chase, rush him back to the field to try and make it to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they can't make a run if they do, but I'm just saying the likelihood of him getting re-injured skyrockets.
Yeah, you're right, but here's the issue I have. Is there a world where the Jets get 10 wins and make the playoffs?
I don't think they do with their quarterback situation right now, But I do believe if Joe Flacco does come back, I don't know why he's third string. I'm not a Jets fan. I don't follow him. I wish Richie was here. But I do not I think Joe Flacco is their only source of maybe making a playoff run. Mike White is not the answer, and we all know what Wilson is.
Jimmy Casket, what's up, homie?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So,
What's up, man?
I can see the Jets getting 10 wins, definitely. With the schedule they have left,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
But who do you think quarterbacks that winning team?
That's the thing. I don't want to sell us short. Like we need to play like the team we have. Our team is stupid elite right now. We lose 2 games, 1 to Buffalo and 1 to somebody else. And honestly, that's we can still win those 2 games. We can go undefeated the rest of the season. There's a lot of coulds in there. But you get what I'm saying. I feel like we don't take our foot off the gas. Let's convincingly get into the playoffs. If we win the division, take a home field advantage all day. We need to go, man. We need to go.
And then you can't sleep on the Patriots either.
No.
Yep.
Nobody.
Because
We need
that
to
is
win
a
the rest of the
December
season.
game.
Just win.
The Patriots,
And that'd be a statement for Tua, too. That'd be a statement for Tua.
the Patriots' whole reason they have been winning games is that the fraud teams that we thought were good are terrible, and the Patriots have beaten them. The Patriots are exposing the bad teams, and then people are dominating them in fashion.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think the Patriots can beat the Bengals?
Yes. No.
Who did the Bengals just lose to?
The Browns. But that's
Okay.
you gotta understand that's a rivalry game. Those games mean more.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
the Patriots blew the Browns out 38-15 2 weeks ago.
This whole season has been at any given
Right.
Sunday, I feel like.
And that's why I say that we can lose any game on the schedule just like we could win every game on the schedule.
Here's how I look at the Patriots. I'm not saying that they will win these games, but I'm not going to rule them out versus the Bengals. I'm not going to rule them out versus the Raiders, who's been playing bad. I'm not going to rule them out versus the Cardinals, who still keep losing. I'm not going to rule them out versus the Vikings, who have played the weakest schedule in the NFL. If you go look at it, and I'm not going to rule them out. Hold on. Let me finish.
They beat Buffalo before.
Yeah, I'm not going to rule them out versus the Jets again, and I'm not going to rule them out versus the Colts. That's 6 potential wins that they could get, and get them to 10.
9.
And I didn't count the 2 Buffalo games and the Miami game in that. I didn't count those.
Good
So that's
scheming.
9 wins for them.
Good
10.
scheme beats the Patriots.
10
Right,
without
that's 10. Right, that's without the
10.
Miami and Buffalo games.
Yes, that's 10 without both Buffalo games and the Miami game on the road when we go to them.
But you got to think.
We saw what happened to them in Buffalo last year with the weather game running the ball. Who got the better run game right now? Ramondre Stevenson is killing it.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Exactly.
But you have to understand, depending on what quarterback
Bills have a
is
better
in
run D this year.
position, you know who the ball's going to.
Yeah, but
Exactly. Specific receivers that he targets.
No,
and Mac Jones is the same way.
That's not what I'm talking about. Did you watch that game last year where they didn't even throw the ball?
Oh yeah, no, I watched that. You're right.
If you get another weather game like that, right? And Josh Allen can't throw the ball, we can't throw the ball. Who got the better run game versus the run D? The Patriots, hands down.
Patriots do
over
they
both
have the upper
teams.
hand.
Yeah,
they'll be able to run the ball better than us.
Have a better run D this year.
No, but you're missing it. But you're missing it.
What Bradley Chubb might do for our defense. Might become run defense.
Hold on. Their run offense versus Buffalo's run defense, and Buffalo's run offense versus their run defense. New England got the edge regardless.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
you're right.
If our passing game gets taken out by the weather, yeah, they have the edge.
Same thing with Miami. Their rushing game versus our defense, and their rush in and in our rushing game against their defense, they got the edge. But we got to hope that the weather isn't effective.
Do you think Naheem Hines' acquisition for Bills moves the needle, though? Because I feel like Naheem Hines being the receiving back that we have seen him be at the Colts, going to the Bills and having Josh Allen to sling him the ball, I really think he could move the needle on the run game itself.
Josh Allen is trash throwing the ball in the flat.
I love you, TDO.
He's trash everywhere.
I'm serious. Josh Allen. I'm serious. Josh Allen has issues throwing in the flat and in the quick little dumpo. Bro, they would have beat us in the first.
Accuracy is there.
Bro,
Yeah.
the man
game.
That literally lost the game. The short
He
ball
lost the
throw.
game.
Yeah.
That was what lost him the game. The first ball in the throat he threw.
Let's be honest. They
That
would
was
have
like
beat.
a slider he threw in the dirt.
Yeah.
They
They would have beat us. They would have beat us if he just made that baby itty bitty wide open pass.
He was exhausted.
But no.
We'll be the team record.
No, hold on. Don't tell me he was exhausted because everybody talks about that one, but it happened early in the game. He missed it. He missed a touchdown early in the game the same way. Yes, he did. I promise you, he had 2 throws in that game like that.
Yes, he did.
I promise you. I'm telling you, go check it out. I am not lying to you. I've gone over.
Yeah.
Make it short. You have to make it short, TD. Make it short.
The receiver fell down.
Josh Allen had 2 chances of 2 touchdowns in that game.
That's why he
Bro, the pass was bad. The simple little dump down pass was bad in both.
I'm surprised the Patriots didn't make no deadlines, no trades at the trade deadline.
Well, that ain't Bill Belichick's MO.
Right.
He'll trade you off.
Yeah, but having the dual quarterback system he has is not a Bill Belichick MO, you know? Bill Belichick isn't Bill Belichick this year. I mean, this is the weirdest Patriots team I've seen in how many years?
He's trying to go with the hot hand.
We had to listen to all the crap about them gonna beat us day one. I was sick of hearing that.
Oh yeah, they've been delusional. Tua literally owns Bill Belichick. First year Tua, and I'll be the first to say he wasn't even good, and he still won.
We didn't really convincingly win that game, but we got it done. I mean,
that's what counts.
I was just mad about
Maybe
them.
Howard won that game technically.
Got ridge on it.
And that's why
let me talk to y'all about another team that we better be cautious about potentially getting the 10 wins. Do y'all know who that is?
Green Bay?
In the AFC, of course.
The Jets.
They got 3 wins right now, but I see a potential 7 wins on their schedule.
Jaguars?
Unless you're talking about the Colts.
Nope, the Browns.
The Browns? Okay, yeah.
Don't think sleep on that.
Yeah, they can.
Man,
they can make a mini run.
The Browns, first of all, when Deshaun Watson gets back,
yeah, but he gets back late.
No, he gets back versus Houston. That's the last 6 games of the season. And I'm looking at this schedule right now. They could actually win all 6 of those games with him. And let me read them down to you. The Texans, with Deshaun Watson, they can win. The Bengals, they already beat. Add Deshaun Watson, they can win. The Ravens, that's going to be a juggernaut game, but they got Deshaun Watson back, and that team is loaded.
Yeah, but he might be rusty after 2 years.
He might be, but he can't be any more rusty than having Jacoby Brissett.
It's going to be a different offense, isn't it? Like the whole offense.
He hasn't played
the whole offense is going to change.
The offense is still going to be running the ball, though.
And that's going to be like 3 games. That's like 3 games in, though, isn't it?
But yeah, let's keep going, though. Then they got the Saints, another win. The Commanders, another win. And the Steelers, that's 6 wins. When Deshaun gets back, that they could. They could lose, but they could have 6. But what's going to right now? But what's going to happen is the next 3 games, they're going to need Jacoby to get 1 win. So do you know what those 3 games are?
You better hope they don't get that win against us.
They not
the games.
God forbid if one of those wins against us. God forbid.
They not beating Buffalo. We know that, okay? But the other 2 games,
for sure.
The other 2 games, you got the Bucks who haven't been playing well. The Bucks, and then you got Miami.
You got to worry about I think you got to worry more about the consistency and chemistry that Watson will have with his players.
tripping.
The running
Hang
game.
on.
Y'all tripping. Y'all forget about that man legs. That's all you need to have. Y'all forget about his legs. You add them legs to this Russian team. He ain't even got to throw the ball because they barely throw it with Jacoby.
You've seen Deshaun Watson run 2000 what?
It doesn't matter. He's still an athlete that's training every day.
You're telling me you ain't gonna see a step slow?
My game's gonna come down if Armstead plays or not.
Running
So
the ball.
Change that whole game.
I swear to God, if you're saying that we're gonna see prime Deshaun Watson first game back, and
I'm not saying you're gonna see prime Deshaun Watson, but you're gonna see better than Jacoby Brissett Watson.
I don't know. Jacoby's coming to his own.
Rusty Deshaun Watson is much better, 10 times better than
Jacoby has one good game, and y'all say he coming to his own. Oh my God!
If we had this Jacoby Brissett on the Dolphins last year, we would have probably won a couple of them games we lost with his bum ass.
We won an extra 2 games because he's already got 2 wins on his belt already.
All I'm saying to y'all in the
even
last
in a Dolphin
games,
uniform, don't forget that.
All I'm saying in the last 6 games, you can't rule out the fact that they have a potential to run the table. I'm not saying they will. They might lose all of them. But when you look at the schedule, they could run the table.
When it comes to teams and expectations, you got the Browns and the Dolphins. And eventually, I know as a fan of the Dolphins, there's going to be some chance we might, mess up. We might do what we usually do and shoot ourselves in the foot yet again.
Yeah.
But I will not hold out hope thinking that maybe the Browns will get to 10 wins because time after time they continually shoot themselves in the foot like we do. As a fan, I will hope that we do what we can do, but I cannot have them expectations of the Browns, just like other fans don't have them expectations of the Dolphins. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the Dolphins reaching 10 wins. People out here thinking we're taking drugs.
I think the Dolphins need to go 6-3 in this in the rest of this stretch. So let me ask y'all a question. Just hypothetically, if the Dolphins lose to the Bears this weekend, are we gonna go 6-2 for the rest of the way?
No. If the Bears beat us this weekend,
the Bears, then there's a problem because the Bears would have exposed something that yet any other team exposed.
Yeah,
that means there's a high potential losing to the Browns because of the style of play. That would be disastrous if the Bears expose us in that way. That means that's almost a guaranteed loss to the Browns with that power running tack.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're definitely not going to be going 6-2 the rest of the way because that exposes us to the Browns.
We're playing the Browns at home. Then we got a bye. Then we have the Texans at home.
I think the Texans are more of a threat than the Browns.
We just came off the Lions away.
Our gauntlet is the last 6 games. It's just a gauntlet to me.
Right.
You go on the road to San Francisco. You got to stay in another city for a whole nother week to play the Chargers. And then you got to fly back home. Since you're flying back home, it's a short week, and then you got to fly to Buffalo.
God, this is gonna be awful. I can't imagine.
And that game might get flexed to a Saturday. That game might get flexed to Saturday night, which is a day early potentially.
Yeah, it's still TBD.
Then you got to come home for Christmas and take the Christmas away against Green Bay. Then you go back on the road to the Patriots for the New Year's. Then you finish at home versus the Jets to end the season. And don't let the Jets be a desperate team where they already out of it. You know how they are going for it on 4th downs and all that crap.
We'll be at home. We'll be at home.
The way you put it, it makes it sound crazy.
But that's what it is. And I haven't even mentioned the weather effect in that whole situation.
Not her shit or nothing.
Right, with the combination of Buffalo and New England back to back.
Yeah, no, skipping weeks. You skip weeks. It's straight up travel. That's the problem with the rest of our schedule in the last 6. On the road to San Francisco, staying in a whole nother city an extra week for the Chargers. Then you gotta fly to Miami on Monday. Got to be back in the building on Tuesday. They won't practice till Wednesday. They might flex the Buffalo. You're going to travel on Friday. They'll flex that game to Saturday night potentially, and the weather conditions might not be favorable.
Sunday night.
Bro,
At night,
I hate
At
this.
nighttime, it's even worse. The conditions.
Well, I thought in December
versus
they
the
fixed the
daytime.
games to Saturday.
Can you imagine
Very
what our
late.
Yeah,
this
for
injury
the
year.
last
reports?
2
Usually it'd be
weeks,
the
CD.
Sunday night though.
Most
Can you
of they,
imagine what
Okay.
our
most of
injury
they doing it
reports
for
going
the
to look
last 2
like
weeks.
after that last week in
Listen,
LA?
we talking all this talk, and Teron Armstead out here battling an Achilles. If he go down, all of this changes.
You know what?
That means every
Can
game
we
is
talk on
losable.
Teron Armstead real quick? Because how many Dolphin fans were screaming, "Let's not get this cat," because he is always injury prone, and
That's
everyone's
right.
like, "Oh, look at the line. We got the line fixed. Look at the line right now. Look at the line."
Well, we need him to play every game.
Even
Well,
if
that's
he
it.
played every game, we still have holes. That's
But
not
they
taking the
still,
inside apart.
but they still play better. You don't want the holes
They
without
play
them.
right.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
here's
There's
a
a
question
difference.
for
The
you
holes
Dolphin
with him
fans.
to the holes without him.
Should we go get
Yeah.
Yes.
Sidney Jones for the cornerback that Seattle let go to help out with?
Is he on the waiver wire?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's yeah. You get him for next to nothing, and he's very good.
You said a
Very good.
cornerback?
Yeah, he's a cornerback from Seattle.
Only
We
if
need
he's
a
on the
You can get
waiver
him
wire.
next. Yeah, you can get him next to nothing,
Remember?
and he's very good.
We get burnt every game.
I think the Bengals were looking at him.
Yeah, but we need to go get him though because that can be helpful for us when we go on the road.
Don't let them bums from Cincinnati, from Ohio get it, eh? We need that corner depth.
No, I'm just saying we can get him next to nothing. If you can get somebody that's good for next to nothing.
Why do y'all say next to nothing?
Yeah, we can't. We can't invest more stuff like that. You know what I mean? Right now, is what we have, because what we take away from now on is just going to impact us harder in the future. And I would much rather see what we have now in the pocket before we delve out more. You know what I mean? Because Xavier Howard's only getting older. We can't keep. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and he can be if he plays good this year. If he comes to us, then we could potentially move away from his ex.
Miami got
Xavier Howard.
Miami got $2.6 million right now. Period.
Never mind.
Oh well, they're broke.
Can you say thank you, Byron Jones?
Yeah.
I'm
Tell
sorry.
him to come and play now. Now we have Chubb. Tell him to come and play.
He ain't gonna play. He's sitting in the back enjoying some mojitos in the sun. I'm not saying I agree, bro. I would take the money too. As a person, I understand where he's coming from, but as a fan, that messed with our team. You know what I mean? We would have we would have JC Jackson right now if it wasn't for Byron Jackson. JC Jackson ain't even starting for the Chargers. I don't know why we didn't even try to make an acquisition like that. I mean, I don't know.
He's obviously he got injured.
But TD,
he's out for the year.
My question, TD, do you think if we were to lose a disastrous game to the Bears, does that reset the expectations?
For who?
For us going forward, as far as
absolutely not. You just failing. You failing at what you're supposed to be doing.
If we lose to the Bears,
so that means you still expected to go on to the Super Bowl or make a challenge.
I mean, my real expectation is the AFC Championship game, but for the next 2 years, we got to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that counts this year though. Right?
You lose to the Bears, you just failing.
Yep.
And no more first-year head coach. Oh, this is our problem.
Yeah, the first-year head coach thing goes out the window now. Think
about it. Think about it. You lose to the Bears, now you got to worry about the Browns. I ain't worried about no Houston. I ain't worried about Houston.
You're worried about the Jets one more time.
You got to worry. Yeah, you got to worry about the Jets again. You got to worry about the Patriots. You got to worry about every game on the schedule other than Houston.
I don't know. Damon Pierce is a hell of a back for Houston.
That's why we need to.
Well,
win
you're
these
right.
next 3
I ain't
games.
think about that.
We have to win those next 3
Damon
games.
Pierce is really becoming.
Yeah,
and that's our
it would
problem.
help us out a lot if we win the next 2 games. If we win the next 2 games, that would help us out a lot.
Listen, we're not losing to the Bears, okay?
Hey, Master Work said the same thing.
Yeah, he did say that.
No, we're not
we better not lose to the Bears. Not like that.
But that's the Patriots, bro. That's the Patriots.
The
Now
Patriots
with
are
us
garbage.
having Chubb, now that we have Chubb, he's gonna help out Phillips.
Man,
Look,
I
no.
can't wait to see that defense.
I
Like,
think Stephen Ross is gonna have to fire somebody if we lose to the Bears.
I hope we
Somebody
win that
can't
coin
make it back home.
toss. I hope we
Yeah.
defer.
I hope this actually
Defense
kicks
come out there.
And
Jerome
don't give
Baker
up the
out to a
score because
snapping
we've been
position.
trailing in every game this season when we lose the coin toss.
Listen,
I swear.
let's take a break real quick. Listen, everybody watching right now, make sure that you hit the like button and also click on this QR code for Mojo Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you click on this QR code, download the app. You don't have to make a deposit if you're not in Jersey. And if you're in Miami, if you're in Buffalo, if you're in New England, Jersey, well, if you're in Jersey, you can. But go ahead and click on the QR code and download the app for Mojo Sports now, all right? It shows us how many people download it. It helps the channel. And also, once it comes near you, you'll be able to invest at that point, all right?
Don't forget to put your parlay in for this weekend either.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, listen,
Dynasty too.
let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Because this division is showing right now we are the best division in the AFC. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
For sure.
I respect
now,
you gotta respect
now it is.
I think we have the most wins in our division, right?
So,
Second most only the.
But before everybody
the
thought
NFC
Kansas City
East.
division was
The
going to be
Bills
the
does.
best.
and at first I was everybody, Kansas City division is gonna be the best, but we all have at least 4 wins, and we've been beating up on each other. We beat the Bills, the Jets beat us. The Patriots beat the Jets. We beat the Patriots. It's been like we've been beating up on each other, but we still lead the way. Is it?
that Ravens win though. That Ravens win was different.
What's that?
That Ravens win was different, man. That was
Well, that Ravens win through the entire AFC out of whack.
yeah, that's where it all started.
Because they would have had an extra win had they won that game.
That
And they
extra
division would be
win
the
would have,
best.
that extra win would have threw everything out of whack. We would have been what? What would we have been? 4-4?
4-4.
Yeah,
No, we would have been 4-4. The Jets would still be ahead of us. It would have been like things would have been out of whack big time right now.
Yeah,
I think
they've been
winning
upside
that
down.
game motivated people because they saw the Dolphins taking, the head. You know what I mean? That's probably why the Jets were like, "Oh, the Dolphins are doing it, man. Why can't we?" And now the Jets out here, going crazy.
Let me say this. I'm not worried about the Jets, even though I'm mad that they beat us. But let me say this. If they had a quarterback, they would be feared.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, man.
I'm talking about a top quarterback. If they had a top quarterback, they would be feared right now.
So here's a question: then you think what would you suggest them getting the Bama boy?
Or
'Cause
top
now
quarterback
Bama boy's
play.
showing?
Hey, who knows what they're going to decide, but I wouldn't rule it out. Just think about it. They would at least, think about how they lost the games they lost. The Jets could easily be up 2 wins right now.
Zach Wilson thinking he's playing the Mountain West still.
The Jets
Real
could
talk?
be in the Jets could be in the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes too.
This is going to be a big quarterback class, isn't it?
Well,
They
coming
should
out,
be.
it's like 5 or 6 of them.
Very quarterback heavy class. You got
So let me ask you guys.
Tennessee guy.
So let me ask you guys.
Ohio State guy.
How many quarterbacks do you think are gonna be moving at the end of the season?
I could realistically see a couple of them, honestly. You know what I mean?
It also depends on who retires. Rodgers and Brady.
If Jacoby Brissett keeps on doing good, he'll move.
I think we see Gardner Minshew actually getting a starting job offer.
Y'all need to
But
stop.
that's just me saying that.
No, he's a permanent backup. He's been banished to the permanent backup role.
They still got Trevor Lawrence starting. You know what I mean? I don't know why they're doing it to themselves. Trevor Lawrence, that boy, crazy.
I still think Lamar ends up in Miami next year.
How?
No,
How?
I think
It's impossible now.
Too much money.
Well,
How is it impossible?
To touch up on something that
Because
Lamar-
TD is the Ravens have they bought in hook, line, and sinker now.
They didn't buy in hook, line, and sinker.
No,
So
you
Raiders
gotta
are gonna
understand
flip
who
that too.
Tyreek Hill actually is as a person. Because Tyreek Hill's showing out on the money that he has right now. You know he's gonna pull an X and want more money, and we've proven
Listen,
time and time again we gonna pay him. And I will gladly pay Tyreek Hill for what he's doing right now.
no, listen, y'all got to
Right.
understand. So, if the Miami Dolphins did want to acquire still, if they wanted to acquire Lamar Jackson, there's several ways they can do it. It will be players involved in the trade. Guys like Christian Wilkins will be leaving, Byron Jones will be leaving, and your 2024 first round pick will be gone. But don't forget, Tua, if he continues to play at least well or decent, his value is at least,
Right.
holding up.
That's what I'm saying. You could trade
Baltimore
Tua
would take
and
him?
a couple play.
So that would mean that would mean we're
saying
forced
Baltimore would
into
take him, TD?
a golf situation, TD, with the Rams.
But we're getting the Matthew Stafford out the deal.
Right.
If he attacks
You're weakening the
Yeah,
team
with it.
too much, though.
Cups
That's
half
the
full.
thing. You're gonna give away
That would
Byron.
be but how much did Matthew Stafford ask for?
Well,
How much was his deal?
I'm not sure, but you got to understand they back ended. See, this NFL is about windows now. It ain't about signing a guy on a $300 million 6-year contract for $50 a year, and the next year it's $50 million cap hit. What teams are out here doing, just like the Rams, Matthew Stafford's counting like 12 million, 20 million against the cap to give the rest of the team room to have everything around them. They're trying to do that for 2 or 3 years, just like the Bucks, and then they know that they're gonna suck. But as long as you get a Lombardi out of the deal, who cares?
I care.
Right.
Well, so you're gonna sit here and tell me if you could get a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years, but you know the next 2 to 3 years after that you're gonna suck, you wouldn't go for it?
No, I wouldn't, because that's the continual cycle of suck, bro.
Well,
look at what the
that all depends on how Stephen Ross feels
Hold on.
Super Bowl or nothing.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
The Patriots laid the blueprint, dude.
The Patriots didn't lay the blueprint. The Patriots laid the blueprint with a quarterback that was making half, like he was making peanuts his entire career.
Exactly. That's how you do it. If you want to win, you got to have the quarterback who's willing to take
Quarterbacks aren't going to take peanuts anymore, though.
Well, why do you think? Why do all these fans keep thinking Tua's going to be okay taking $20 million a year?
Exactly. He's going to want $40-50 million. Mahomes is not going to play for $20 million. Neither will Allen.
But I don't think
it's not going to happen.
Lamar Jackson moves the needle.
That's a pipe.
Oh my gosh, Lamar
Jackson
doesn't move the needle.
You want to get a running back, bro? You want to get a running back?
Lamar Jackson doesn't move the needle.
With a running back.
Man, this guy.
You're out of your mind.
He said Lamar Jackson.
That's lunacy to say he don't move the needle.
Jackson,
that's
bro?
malarkey right there to say that.
TD,
When Tyree becomes over with Tyreek,
Let me say this. Let me say this.
That's a big old talking point.
The hypocrisy is funny. Tua needs weapons. Tua needs receivers. But we can definitely evaluate Lamar Jackson when he's never had them.
No. You got to understand play style and scheme. Lamar Jackson, getting Lamar Jackson changes everything.
Getting Lamar Jackson with a Tyreek Hill?
You think Tyreek Hill?
Nothing changes with our offense. You just plug and play, and Lamar adds another aspect to the game.
Yeah.
You think Lamar Jackson has the distance to throw the balls? You've seen Lamar Jackson's noodle arm live in game.
Are you serious?
Lamar
Jackson
really
has
serious? That's not even
Lamar
a serious
Jackson has a
comment.
stronger arm than Tua. What are you talking about?
If he had a stronger arm than Tua, how he lose that game?
TD, play the highlights.
No, I'm not playing no highlights and getting copywritten just for him not knowing. Lamar Jackson out here throwing 60-yard bombs. We done already seen it.
People were worried about Tua not having an arm.
Okay, if Lamar Jackson was this good, then how
the man was on Lamar Jackson was on his knees with the flick of a wrist throwing 60 yards.
He had no
receivers. Yeah, it was just like a
Lamar clears Tua.
You think so, huh?
There is no argument. I don't understand the debate. I mean, whoever's debating Tua and Lamar, there is no debate.
Lamar is
Lamar
definitely
has
better
an
than Tua.
MVP.
Lamar's
Tua
way
about to
better.
It's not
get
even
his.
close. There's a
Oh,
league
yeah.
MVP there.
You know what I mean?
Like
You
Lamar
said
has
two.
an
Getting Lamar
MVP. Tua
Jackson is
about to
going to
get his.
cost you guys a
To
Hey,
get
lot.
MVP, you have to play quarterback, not
no, you
running back.
don't. No, you
It's
don't.
quarterback.
No, you don't. Tyreek will win MVP before Tua
Yeah, I
probably.
agree with that. Tyreek will
Probably
He
win
gets
can.
MVP.
2,000
Probably
yards.
will.
because
He gets
That's possible.
Tyreek is
Yeah,
gonna be
No,
Tyreek is
Tyreek
gonna be the
won't. The
reason.
because he gonna
MVP's
break
become a
the yeah.
quarterback.
He's going
It
to get
has,
2,000 yards this year, and then what are they going to say?
it has become a quarterback award, but if Tua was in line for it to win it, Tyreek, they would consider him over him. It
You
would
gotta
that'll
consider Tyreek, man.
that'll
Look
be
what
the
he did to our
that'll be the
franchise,
Right,
moment
man.
because
they
he
take
was
it away
getting
from
those
the
numbers
quarterback.
even with Bridgewater. Tyreek still put up a 160-yard game, so he
Damn
already
so
proved that he
did.
don't need Tua.
Hey, man, we ain't gonna go all that far, man. Just chill on all
So it
that.
will
But
go to
the
Tyreek
man
Hill.
has
That's a
MVP.
good point.
I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Put some respect on my Samoan sniper. You know what I mean?
Oh
He
my
out
god.
here.
Oh my.
If he can stay
That's why I
healthy.
Tyreek's
said,
making
CC, I
it.
ain't want to go
Tyreek
all
is
that
making
far,
him look
but
Yeah.
good.
the man playing well,
Man is
man.
making
Every time
him
he
look
gets hit,
good.
he gets hurt.
All he
This
does
guy
is
been
win.
drinking.
And on a side note,
And
the NFL's downplaying his second
And
concussion. It wasn't a concussion. He
and
had a
we
grand
and,
mal seizure.
and
So
we
that can
all
give him a
know
brain tumor.
if we sent Tua
So they're
and
downplaying that.
Hill,
He a player.
if we sent Tua
Hope he
and
don't get hit
Hill to
again and become a human
Baltimore,
vegetable.
if we sent Tua and Hill to Baltimore, we'd still win a Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
Hey, man,
He
listen,
said
this
if we
what.
send them both,
Listen, man, listen,
The
man.
darkest
keep
All
watering
the
tomorrow.
it.
Dolphin fans need to chill with the Super Bowl talk, bro. I'm a diehard Dolphin fan. Let's just win one game at a time. I like what Tua said because he ain't show like he was scared to talk about it. That's good or whatever. Every team at the beginning of the season to win a Super Bowl. But listen, man, we got to just win one game at a time. Can we just do that?
I
I
agree with
agree.
you, and
I agree with
We
that.
agree.
But
Can they do at the same token? There are expectations
Win a
when you
playoff
bring
game
this
first.
kind of talent in,
Most
There we
definitely.
go.
and
But we
you
got to
gotta,
win
we
one at a
gotta.
time,
I
TD.
agree, but you gotta make the playoffs this year.
Yep.
yeah, you got to make the playoffs.
Yep.
But you know what?
You have to win a playoff
Lamar
game.
has proven
Yeah, gotta go
you don't
deep.
have to make the Super Bowl to win the MVP. So we can talk about Tua and MVP all
Man,
day.
stop talking about Tua in an
To an
MVP, bro.
MVP? What?
Tua is not going to make the MVP.
Yeah, that
They're gonna
boy.
have to consider Tyreek if they're gonna consider our quarterback.
Yeah, because he's going to get 2,000 yards. And then what are they going to say?
See, this is what people listen. At the end of the day, let me say this about Tua: no matter whether you like him or not, whatever you think about him, he's playing good football this year. That's period.
Against
So
depleted defenses.
Correct.
well, stop. Hold on. I understand those things. That's a part of his evaluation, looking at who he's playing and all of that. But the end result is what's going to end up mattering at the end of the day. So
Exactly.
Right.
now, when we talk about when the season is over and we're breaking down, is he a long-term guy? Those conversations are great conversations to have. But right now, if you're a Dolphin fan, you got to be hopeful that he can maintain this level of play throughout the entire season.
Yeah,
Everybody
gotta hope that.
everybody remembers the important games later in the season, not the 5 wins at the beginning of the season.
You know how many yards? You know
That
how
is
many
true.
yards
That is
Patrick
true also.
Mahomes went to the Super Bowl with and won MVP?
Well, it doesn't matter. They're yards.
4,700.
Just happy we didn't lose 7 straight after the Patriots win.
You said 4. So what about 4,700? What does that have to do with anything?
Tua is on track to meet that.
So he's
You
gonna
know-
win the MVP just because
you
of
know-
No, he didn't. He
Man,
had more
what
than
if we
that.
complete
Patrick
all
Mahomes had
that,
like
but we don't
48 or
make the
4,900.
playoffs? That shit ain't gonna mean nothing, bro.
Thank you.
I'm with you. I want all that to happen, bro. I'm telling you, I want to see that. But if we'll listen, man, right now, a playoff win, I'm telling you, nothing short of that. I need that.
I'll
Yeah,
take all the
22 years,
accolades
right?
you can get. You know what I mean? Because as a Dolphins fan, we haven't been able to recognize accolades like
Well,
this
bro.
in a long time.
Tua is not on pace for 4,700 yards. You're wrong to begin with, okay? The man is averaging 260 yards a game right now. What we need to realize about Tua Tagovailoa's 6 games is that there are 2 games carrying all of his numbers. That is the Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. They are carrying him in every statistical
60
category. And at the end, because you can't take away the 186 yards versus Buffalo. You can't take away the New England game. You can't take away the fact that he doesn't have more than one touchdown, but in those 2 games.
Right.
So this is where I caution people. Tua could end up with 6,000 yards for all I care. But if 4 games is counting for 2,000, then come on.
Well, TD, here's my argument for that. Here's my argument for that. We can't really hate on him for taking what the defense is giving him.
I'm not hating for taking what the defense is giving him, but
the
we
league
have
is going to look at that. Nobody's hating on the league.
But we have to
With
use
the stats. We have to acknowledge its influence.
Yeah, but we have to use context in how these games are being played.
Sure.
At the end of the day.
Sure. And it's obvious that we play a different way when we go up against those playoff teams.
You gotta understand. You don't see games like that though. When's the last time in the NFL you saw a game like that? That game against
like what?
Hey man, check this out. Check this out right here. Check this out.
Joe Burrow threw for 525 yards against them, and then played them again in the same year and threw for 425. What are you talking? 4 touchdowns in each one. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's happened against the Ravens.
I'm just saying, man. It's
Hey,
not
TD, check this out. TD,
Yeah.
what you think? What Tua need to average? Like, I mean, what would be ideal? Realistic
300
terms.
plus.
No, see, you ain't talking realistic. Hey,
Go
TD,
ahead, bro.
what would it be a realistic average for the rest of the season? I don't care if he do it in one game or not. What he need to average at? You know what I mean?
To determine what?
I mean, him being like a
Franchise quarterback?
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
this is where people misunderstand me. Okay. It's not about his stats. It never has been. I have always talked about the intangibles on the field with Tua.
Right.
It has never been about the stats for me. Of course, if you want to talk stats, if you want to speak stats, I said coming into the season with this talent, Tua needs to give us a 4,400, 34 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. That's what I said. I said with this talent, that's what we need from him. He already
say it back one more time. We'll say it back one more time, TD. What do you need to average?
4,400 yards.
And
not average. It's the end of the year, no matter how it comes, right?
Yeah.
4,400 yards.
You okay, sir?
I guess the 30 times.
It fluctuated between 36 and 34 touchdowns. Let's just leave it at 34, okay?
Yeah.
And 12 interceptions.
Respectable numbers.
And he's not on pace to hit none of those.
That's because
that's tough right there. Damn, TD, you had to crush it like that.
What happened?
I said he ain't on pace to hit none of them.
He ain't on pace to hit none of them, but mind you, he's missed 2 games.
And then
and if he had played those 2 games, he still ain't on pace, but barely. He almost.
Yeah.
Right.
And they usually just sandblast.
So he definitely ain't on pace for the touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah, man. The thing I hate about it is we putting up a lot of yards, but we ain't getting them touchdowns. But I know
why?
Because of the numbers, they're resulting in scoring drives. Though we're scoring on them drives, but it would be nice if we could see, Tua just throw it a little bit more far. Like I feel like Tua, he's so accurate. He trying to throw a 45-yard strike instead of basically like trying to overthrow him. I'd rather him try to see if he can overthrow him. You know what I mean?
Well, let's get this straight, Terrence. Listen,
people. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. We need to be clear about this, Terrence, because nobody wants to talk about it. They call you a hater when you talk about it. But let's be honest here, okay? We actually aren't scoring. We've only scored respectively versus Baltimore and the Lions. Okay, we aren't really scoring outside of those 2 situations that and I don't want to put an asterisk on it. I'm gonna leave it as it is, okay? But Let's go furthermore. Why aren't we scoring more points? Let's be honest here. How many times, and let's keep it real, let's take our hater hat off and our Twinnier hat off. How many times have we seen a wide open guy, if you threw it out in front in stride, it was 7 points? And what did we end up getting? A punt or a field goal?
I agree, man. At least 5 times I can say. I say at least 5 times, man.
Think about all these deep balls that we're raving about now. Oh, the deep ball is here.
Yep.
Almost all of them should have been touchdowns.
Let me get the fucking cap off.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Almost every single one of them should have been touchdowns. But what were they? A receiver that had to stop, high pointed in the air, and the defense could catch up and make the tackle. Now you got to go get it the hard way. Even if you get it, now you got to get it the hard way because we didn't always get it.
TD,
all of them aren't converted into touchdowns.
TD, can I ask you a question? If you were the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears right now, just as a football question, what are you telling the defensive players right now to best contain our offense?
What I'm telling the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the scheme that they want to deploy. I'm telling them to execute man coverage the entire game. If you get beat, you get beat. Because if you look at it, when teams play zone against us, this whole notion you can't play man, you're going to get roasted. Are you not getting roasted in zone and making it easier? Do you understand what you got to do in man coverage? In man coverage, the pass has to be perfect. You can't throw it short in man coverage because the window is tighter. Think about the Lions game. Pro Football Focus came out and said Tua had 0 tight window throws. Tight window
Which
throws.
mean they was playing zone.
Tight window throws are throws past 10 yards that have a defender within 1 feet of the receiver. All of those receptions and all of those yards, not a single one was tight window. Man coverage, even if you get burnt, you're not going to get burnt as much. You're going to have half of those throws that are tight window throws. Now, your quarterback got to be perfect. The receiver has to be perfect. The route has to be perfect. The line has to be perfect. In man coverage, you require more to be perfect. So
I would add to that, TD. I would say not only man because they press coverage because they got long, lengthy receivers. They got long arm receivers and that can jam the receivers.
Let me tell you another thing I'm doing. If every time Tyreek Waddle is lined up on the line and they're not off the line, jam the heck out of them because they can't beat a jam to save their life. Neither of them.
I don't know about that when it comes to Waddle now, because Waddle is a great receiver.
They use Waddle in a lot of motion to get him away.
No, they use Tyreek. Come on, bro. I watch every game. They use Tyreek a lot of more. They'll rotate players, but mainly they're using Tyreek so he can gain speed ahead of the play. Like, I'm just saying. Listen,
Waddle plays off the line. Waddle plays off the line more.
Waddle is a real receiver.
He is, but he plays off the line. But let me tell you where it'll hurt Waddle. Tyreek is the first read on almost 80% of the plays.
I agree with that.
He's the first read. He's the most targeted receiver in the NFL in the most receptions. We're force feeding Tyreek. So you put your hands on Tyreek, but that's why we do a lot of motion. They don't want people putting their hands on them. We motion a lot and everything, but still play man-to-man, bump and run, force Tua to make 30 perfect passes in a game instead of 5. And trust me when I tell you, he might still rip you apart, but it ain't going to be what you've been getting. And then other teams will have a better chance.
TD, I want to ask you a follow-up.
Yeah, you get a high probability of mistake
to that.
And don't send pressure with it. And don't send pressure with it at the same time. Then you got a whole nother story.
So why?
Yeah, if you got a good front four, you can do that.
They have to let natural pressure, right?
So why is it the O-line that is playing good, or is it just because Tua is getting rid of the ball so quickly that it seems like nobody's getting to Tua? Now, could you answer why? Like, I guess a 2-part question. Like, why is Tua getting rid of the ball so quick? Is that schematically programmed?
Yeah. So this is gonna be my last question because I ran over the time, but let me answer this, y'all. Tua, first of all, the goal is to get the ball out of his hands into the playmaker's hands so that they can get yards after the catch. Okay. We've been racking up on yak, but Tua is one of the worst quarterbacks in yak percentage, meaning the percentage of his yards that are for yards after the catch. But that means he's getting it raw, throwing a whole bunch of Hail Marys and stuff like that type deals. But the scheme is to get the ball out as soon as possible. And when you're going to the first read and you got zone coverage, think about how long it takes to get it out. You're throwing the ball before the receiver is even open. Think about it. Go look at the film on the Lions game. Tua was throwing the ball before the receiver was even open. But that's everybody says that's anticipation. I personally feel like he's a spot thrower. They're running zone coverage, and it's cover 2. Tyreek is supposed to come across the middle. I'm going to put it in this spot at this moment because that's what the play is supposed to be. And it's been working. But it's not going to work when teams are rolling coverage. Go look at all the turnover-worthy plays. Team is rolling coverage. Go look at all the turnover-worthy plays, and they're rolling coverage.
You think that's why Flo and the Steelers did that, TD?
Absolutely. Look at the Steelers game, right? Remember that pick he almost threw that he was trying to hit Tyreek on the left side, and the corner was just backing up, and it was right in his hands, and it dropped it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
They were rolling
He
coverage.
damn near fair catch the ball.
It was
Yeah,
a cover. It was a cover 3 zone. It was a cover 3 zone, but what you didn't expect is both corners on both sides to drop back as well. So he threw it actually right where Tyreek would have been if that guy wasn't there, but they were getting out of that coverage and backing right out into an easy pick. He's going to throw the ball regardless, whatever he reads in pre-snap. If he thinks it's cover 2 and they run Tampa, and his first read is the tight end of the receiver coming across the middle, he in trouble.
TD,
But
one thing about it,
you gotta
ain't
hope
lying.
that it's
You
gotta
ain't
hope.
lying.
But 9 times out of 10, it's not Tampa. So when you get in the playoffs and them teams rolling coverages, Tua might be in trouble. That's
But we
what it
still
is.
gonna win. Hey, listen,
So
you're
you
right.
thinking
But we
their
still gonna
cornerbacks
win
are going to
7
back up to
games
try to get
out of
one-on-one
these last
jump
9.
ball type plays,
Listen,
We
right?
got to.
At the end of the day, right now, he executing with what they're giving, and that's all we can go off of. And he ain't doing a good job. He's doing a phenomenal job. I already told y'all for years, Tua is exceptional in the zone, but he ain't never been this exceptional. He's exceeded his play in the zone.
Development.
But I'm still waiting to see what he can do in a constant flow of man coverage and rolling coverage, because every turnover-worthy play, go look at it, they were rolling coverage.
My biggest issue with me right now, I feel like he done did everything the way I wanted him to prove. Now I want to see him playing these cold weather games, and that's the last notch for me. I need to see him prove himself in these cold weather games.
Well, the last notch for me is consistency.
Playoffs.
See, the last notch for me is consistency, because we got to stop saying Tua has proven everything with the sample size of 4 games in an entire season that he plays great. This year he got 2 games playing great, but
True.
we're making it. But he's played 6 games and he wasn't great in the other 4. But we're saying he's proved it. This is the issue we have. He's on pace to having 4.5 great games this year. But then you go back to those other guys when they had all the weapons, they got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 great games in a season. They might have 3 or 4 terrible games and 3 average games. But that's what it's about, because once you give him his money and you start stripping his talent around him, now you're going to see that those are all he has is 4 to 5 games. And you ain't going to be getting the 10 and 11.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, man. I'm
Then you're
not
going to
one
get
to
last
sit here
year's tour
and
then,
say I
TD.
see him for 10 years down the line. Guess what? I see Tua right now. It's a window where we playing good. It's a system that fit us. We got the right personnel around him. We got a coach. I think the window is now. I can't sit here and talk about years down the line and all that shit.
But the system has only been good for 2 games. This is what I'm trying to help y'all understand. The system has only flourished for 2 games. Matter of fact, it ain't been 2 games. The Baltimore game, it ain't flourished to the second half.
Real quick though,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
system
I
has
don't
only
disagree.
been
I don't disagree.
the
I don't
system has
disagree
only
with
This
been
that.
the
system
system.
hasn't done nothing outside of the second half in Baltimore and the Lions. This system struggled versus Pittsburgh. This system struggled versus the Bengals when he was in. This system struggled in New England. This system, okay, it didn't struggle versus Buffalo, but that was a different kind of game. Like
they
he
was
only
playing
had
prevent offense. They
yeah, he only
tried to play ball control.
he only had 186 yards, but it was still an efficient game. That was
Right,
a
he was
different kind of
efficient.
game. That was a
Yeah, it was
schematic
different.
chess match, so I don't even count that. That was
Started
just
out
coaching.
slow. Started out slow in Detroit as well.
Yeah, but and that's the point. This system has not produced, and everybody keep thinking that it has.
You know,
It hasn't.
Not at the halfway point. No, it's not.
No, not okay.
It's
right
not
there
gelling.
at this current point, exactly. No, it hasn't. But we have the second half of the season to see if we can.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna need it to. We got these two games coming up where you can have the Lions games.
Hey, the Browns are sneaky. The Browns are sneaky.
Hey, y'all, I'm
They
so
will.
sorry to cut this off, but I actually have to get up out of here. But listen, hey, y'all, everybody on the panel and everybody watching, before we get out of here, go and click on this QR code and download the Mojo app. All right, I want y'all to download the Mojo app. It's your way of showing love to the
It's
channel.
on my phone already, T. You know
Appreciate
me.
it, bro. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
y'all. So this is a way that you can support the channel. I appreciate y'all love and support. Go ahead and download the Mojo app, and that will be your way of supporting this channel so that we can get as many people as we can signed up so that when it comes to an area near you, you'll be the first ones able to invest. This is TD Fans. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, representing for the AFC East Roundtable. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Hopefully next
Super
time,
Bowl.
hopefully
Let go
next time,
Dolphins.
hopefully next time the Bills fans, the Jets fans, and the Patriots
Cowboys.
fans ain't scared to come up here. I'll see y'all later, man. We out.
All right, TD. Good show, TD.